All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 58, come on. Target. Shoot. Hey, stop. Green, Timothy.
Jameis now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that way. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
58, come on. Knock it out.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. And he comes back with one complete. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
Ready? 25.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston now to throw on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. From the red zone now, Winston. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Ready? Black 25. Shit. Here we go, even.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the ready. 54 is Mike. 80 weapon. 54. Go. Get it.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now Mostert. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now this throw caught left side. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Manning. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Team 6. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Yeah.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Raheem Mostert with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock. 7-7, our score after 1. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
It's a gain of 6.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Flip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room inside the 40. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Manning to throw. He's got Fuller. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Manning. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Manning. Complete. He finds Bray. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
Ready? Rip left. Let's get it.
Here's Mostert. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
On play action, it's Manning. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
Hey, Haywood.
Play action. Manning. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
This is Mostert. And some room to work. A big hitter. That one goes for 30 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Broncos 21, Colts 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. On play action, now Manning. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Manning. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 25-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
15 line. 15 line.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Into the red zone now. Manning. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready?
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense... And he's into the clear. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 65 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Manning. Blitz coming, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Hey, exit. Now.
They do go for it. It's Manning. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
That's good for the Colts. 1st down.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Manning. It's complete to Fuller. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 40-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
And again this time to the tailback. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Now they'll throw it with Manning. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ready. Blue lady. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Wait.
Now they try the right side here. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
6-man. You draw course to go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a play fake. Manning. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Manning now on first down. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. 30, the 20. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Extra point try by Bailey. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win, because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played the responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far, and they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.